Makes me real fucking weird about putting them on at all. But I'm literally just playing this song. Boys Are Back in Town, and it's not even a fucking bad song. It's just when that comes on in the club, it has a don't stop believing feel of fucking office workers with the toys wrapped around their head going rock and roll. I just can't do Boys Are Back in Town. I can't do it. I can't enjoy it like other people enjoy it. In fact, I know a lot of massive Tin Lizzy fans that are not even pushed about this song anyway. So I don't feel too bad about. No, I won't ever play down how important Tin Lizzy are. If you talk about Mastodon covering them, everyone, fucking probably Ghost.
Maybe, yeah.
No, I'd imagine.
I don't know about music. I always found them to be this weird kind of amalgamation of like 4 or 5 other bands that were doing similar stuff, and they just kind of became our fucking band for a while. Then they caught on with the English and started leaking over to America. I think towards the end of the career, there was a lot of fucking garbage there. A lot of synthy stuff. However, my favourite song of theirs...
The 80s period.
My favourite song is from the 80s period.
Which one?
Angel of Death off Renegades. I think it's a fucking killer song.
I don't know.
It's killer. It's I stumbled upon it by accident one day, and it's got the best mix of kind of synth use and guitars, because they went very synth heavy for a while and piano driven, and it got a little bit too much. It wasn't Tin Lizzy, you know what I mean? And they kind of refound their legs with that song. But Boys Are Back in Town, take it or leave it.
It's more what people have done to it rather than a song itself. Like if I found that on some sort of CD and I never knew who it was the first time I listened to it, I don't remember the first time I heard it because I don't remember ever liking it. But that is fine. I'm like, that's a good song. But it's the fucking IT businessy people going into clubs and the fact that it's at weddings and stuff, and it's the song is real for me. The band are not. I want to get the fuck out of this quick as possible. Who's your next one?
My last one is very controversial.
Right.
And it's Radiohead.
No.
Right?
No.
Now.
Stop. See, it's not too late to change your mind.
No. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say that Radiohead wrote my favourite album of all time.
The best album of all time.
Yeah. Right?
OK Computer.
So, OK Computer is my favourite album of all time.
It's not just your favourite.
Yeah, I think
it's
the best, right?
It is the best.
Me and you are going to call it the best, but for the
sake
of the podcast, I'm
both
going to say
of our
it's
favourites.
my favourite, right?
It's my favourite as well.
I really, really, really like the Bends as well. I think the Bends is a fucking stellar album.
Yeah, it's grungy.
Pablo Honey, whatever. I don't give a shit about it, really.
Few good songs.
It's fine.
Few great songs.
Anyone can play good. It's whatever. It's fine, right?
They don't really like it.
They're probably right. They're probably correct.
The first track of Pablo Honey, the song "You," is one of my absolute fucking favourite Radiohead songs. They'll never ever play that live.
There's moments of shining brilliance in that album, but they're few and far between, and they get more and more kind of elaborate and stronger throughout the bands. Like you can hear stuff in like My Iron Lung and Planet Telex that you can hear.
Absolutely, they just got that out. They're starting a band.
Yes,
they're getting it. They're finding their way. That's fine.
Exactly,
and it's probably the only Radiohead album I don't down on vinyl because I'm not interested.
The Bands?
Yeah, no. Jesus Christ.
Pablo.
Yeah.
The only one I have Pablo, and I have every single version of OK Computer ever released.
You do. You have mini disc and
I have the mini disc. The only one I don't have is the floppy disk. There was a floppy disk that had a screensaver of the OK Computer logo, and there was a floppy disk that had MIDI files of the songs.
Wow.
That's the only one I don't have. I have every version of it ever released on cassette, on mini disc. I have the VHS version of it with all the commercials.
I'm nervous about what song I'm about to pick.
Right?
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
I'm going more with the band than the song. I just think everything put out.
You're going with the song rather than the band.
No, I'm going with the band post OK Computer.
This is mental.
Right?
That's mental.
So, the song I picked is Born the Witch, right? That's just as an example.
Absolutely phenomenal song.
It's garbage, right? I think that everything that came out after OK Computer, fucking King of Limbs, Kid A...
You picked King of Limbs is the worst one.
Right? Whatever. All of them. They all sound the same to me. I can't. I've tried.
I made you a playlist.
And I've done it. And I've listened to it.
Life After OK Computer.
And I've listened to it. And I've gone through, I've listened to that, and I've listened to every album and fucking EP and little release and everything.
You did like...
There's one or two bits that are okay.
But surely you liked Hail to the Thief, which is back to the Rock. Fuck me.
It's not Back to the Rock.
It is.
Just the guitar is a little bit higher in the mix. It's not. Every album after OK Computer is just noise and blips and blops and him moaning. Him fucking moaning.
Madness.
That's all it is.
Mad
It
pop.
literally... Go and listen to Born the Witch now and tell me it's not him.
But this is what I don't get. Born the Witch is...
It doesn't sound like a fucking band. It sounds like...
that doesn't even sound computery.
It sounds like fucking...
How many times did you honestly listen to Born the Witch?
I have that moon-shaped pill show at home. I listen to it loads.
I know you're saying the rest of the album, it is quite soundtracky, morbidy, but Born the Witch is a big rock song.
It's not a big rock song.
It is.
It's absolutely...
It has a bass line that's going, like a distorted bass line going through the whole thing, and it just has a...
does nothing for me.
It has a kind of more of a violin riff.
It can't do it. I can't do it.
Mental.
I can't do it.
That's actually one of the more accessible songs they've released.
They haven't released any songs. I'm gonna call it. I put my foot down. Everything after OK Computer is fucking scutter. I read an article. This is fucked up, right? I read an article online that fucking who was it? I have it fucking written down here. I think it was like Enemy or fucking Mojo or some shit. Some fucking big music magazine in England who listened. What was the album after OK?
Kid A.
Yeah. So apparently there was like a pre-release thing for
So
Kid
it's sort of two albums. They released that and Amnesiac.
Yeah.
They're both they're basically two albums after. A lot of stuff left over from OK.
Yeah. But they put it out and fucking basically the British press got wind of it and listened to it and said that they just committed suicide.
Yeah, well, I didn't like it when I first heard it. I'm not going to lie. I can't lie. I didn't like Kid A when I first heard it. Because it was too... They'd gone too far. They jumped the shark for me at that point.
There's just nothing in between. I also read an interview with the band. This is I've it written down here. They said themselves that post OK Computer was a down point for them.
Mm-hmm.
They know that they like you said, jumped the shark. They went from writing what I consider to be the greatest album ever written to this just... It's literally moaning on synths. It's all it is. It's just soundscapey drones.
There's a lot of... Do you know what it is? Do you know what fucks Kid A up? I think it's the second track. It fucks the rest of the whole thing up.
The whole thing is fucked, lad. The whole thing is fucked. If you were to pick the best songs out of every single album, right? Or let's say...
You would have an... So I said this... We had this conversation before. If you were to pick... You could make an album as good as OK Computer from the remaining tracks. No. You could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm telling you right now.
There's actually contemporary versions, not contemporary, but there's kind of mirrored versions of some of the songs. So,
not having it.
So,
I'm not having
Exit Music for a Film, right?
Yeah.
Is just one of the most haunting, spine-chilling songs of all time.
Yeah.
In the very next album, Kid A, you've got how to disappear completely. You can't.
I wish he did.
I wish they had disappeared completely.
There should have been one of them big Buddy Holly plane crashes of them on the tour for OK Computer, and we'd have murals and statues and everything.
You can't say that you like Exit Music for a Film and you don't like How to Disappear Completely. You can't. It's the version of that from the next
opposite
album.
version of the good
it's
one.
like,
so it's shite.
No, it's like
it's the mirror image of it. So it's dirt.
No, it doesn't work like that. Are you telling me when you look in the mirror and you're gorgeous, but the image is dirt?
Yeah.
Is that just... No, the image is great. I'm
Stay that fucker, but I know I'm great. Yeah.
Right, I do still prefer Amnesiac to Kid A.
Yeah.
Because it's more accessible. That's the one I much prefer. Because I know when I went to make that list for you to try and make you see sense about this, there was more songs from that than there was Kid A. But I think there's some absolutely painfully good songs on Kid A, and even more on Amnesiac.
Did you listen to his new one?
Yes. See, he's not doing me my argument any favours with that. I did. Yeah.
I did.
Did you watch the Netflix one?
I watched 10 seconds of it.
It's actually really impressive.
I watched it by accident. I clicked on...
I actually did it as well. I felt... do you know what? Something ended, and I put the controller down, the PS4 controller, and I hit the next one, and I started playing it, and I was like, well, I guess I'm here for 15 minutes. Then.
Yeah, it was him on a fucking subway or something like that with his weird face. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know why he's releasing solo albums. Just shut up. Just
the first one's not bad.
Pick up a guitar. How about that? Right? Stop Jim Corin yourself.
I get what you're saying in the sense that he thinks that's too uncool to do, but if they did it, they could have released another rock great rock album. They don't want to do it. They don't.
Well, then fuck off.
And I will
change the name of your band.
Another thing I'll say about a lot of the electronic stuff they did post OK Computer hasn't aged well. Electronically, the sounds they used, they haven't stood up. They weren't ahead of their time then. People say they were. They were ahead of their time for the band. No, OK Computer is when they jumped ahead, possibly 10 years.
Yeah.
But then they thought electronic music was the way forward. But I think that was regressing when they were pushing into it. And I will say that about it. So you go back to listen to some of the sounds they use, some of the synths, some of the drums, they sound dated.
But the difference between electronic music and just fucking noise made electronically is vast. You know what I mean? Like when I think of electronic music, I think of like Death in Vegas and a whole plethora of fucking bands that are kind of computer based, let's call it, right? And synthesizer based. And there's still songs. You know what I mean? There's still a structure and an intro.
But a lot of people want to break away from the structure.
Well, they can fuck off. I'll tell you right now, that's what a song is. I'm sorry.
That's why you don't like progressive music, which abandons the chorus, verse, middle eight, chorus, verse.
We need a whole other section for that.
Verse, chorus, verse, middle eight.
People who like to think they're fucking super, they can go over there.
But I like not knowing what way a song's going to go. That can backfire and I don't like the song. That's fine.
Absolutely. I do not want to know fucking that it's verse, chorus.
What about Bohemian Rhapsody? The classic example.
Yeah, but that's a classical song and it's more of an opera song than anything else. But
that's what I'm saying. Classical music by its nature doesn't do it.
But realistically, fucking like Paranoid Android is Bohemian Rhapsody too.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Absolutely.
Like, they just, all that is like 7 different songs. They found a way of gluing them together. But each one of those 7 songs is fucking unreal. Do you know what I mean? You take Paranoid Android, take all the parts of it. You can make a song around all those
What
bits.
about the rain down,
unreal.
Come on, rain?
Ridiculously good.
That's what they're doing now and you don't like that.
No, because there's not a guitar written behind it, or a band. There's not like a band going like, oh, you're a bit late on that snare there. Oh, sorry, mate, hang on. Oh, you tuned that bass up. It's not. It's him with a little fucking synthesizer.
I shouldn't have made that playlist. I should have given you any of the albums and a bunch of Ritalin.
Maybe.
I should have given you some Ritalin.
Maybe. Anyway, you got one more left?
I do.
Give it to me.
I'm angry with angry with this song because of what it did. It made me deny myself.
All right.
One of the best albums I've ever heard.
Okay.
Because this is the first song I heard, and it is Jeff Buckley's Hallelujah.
Okay.
I don't like this song. Skip it on the album.
Really?
Yeah. And I never heard the Leonard Cohen version, so it made me not listen to Leonard Cohen. And it also made me not listen to fucking Grace. Because I was like, no, I'm checked out. And in my youth, I was a lot more fucking, that's it, and nail in the coffin, not into it. I judged all that Jeff Buckley on Hallelujah, and I'm still not a fucking fan of his version. Yeah. I went back to listen to Leonard Cohen's one years later. Yeah. I really liked that version. And then, again, that kind of spurred on me not disliking this so much. But the thing I'm so angry about is Grace is one of the best fucking, Jesus Christ, that album is, he could have went
spectacular.
Down. And that's a catalyst for Radiohead as well.
That is not my favourite song on the album. I think Mojo Pin is probably my favourite.
Dream Brother.
You like Dream Brother?
Oh, Jesus
Christ. I think it's a great album. I do love Hallelujah.
I'm pissed off.
I do love it.
Maybe I'm pissed off myself. But this song is one of those songs that still, to this day, it's his biggest song. It always will be his biggest song is a cover. And it made me think, his big song is a fucking cover.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. So therefore, I'm not going to go back and...
I'm not a big fan of...
So it was actually only...
singles and stuff.
I don't mind... Yeah, and I don't mind saying this. It must have been only maybe 11, 12 years. I went back to Grace.
Yeah.
And go, well, maybe I'll just fucking skip that song because everyone is constantly going on about how fucking great Grace is, and I would fight it, but I would fight it from an uneducated point of view. So I'd rather know what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
I went back and I was like, oh shit, that is an incredible album.
Yeah. I don't think there's any down points in that album. It's not my favourite song on it, but I do love it to bits. How do you even put this into words? I think it's more atmospheric than it is good, his version of it. I think it's got this particular tone that stays throughout it that makes it good. Yeah. I don't think it's a great version of it. I just think whatever tone he's set with that I don't even think that's a good way of explaining it. But